I should be recording in case somebody watches the VOD for this and goes, oh shoot, I'm going to be Atlanta. So is Ben. This is where Ben's going to be. This is my schedule for MagicCon Atlanta. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, I got a lure panel from 1 to 2. Then I got a lure meet and greet from 3 to 4:30. And then there's the Canadian Highlander meetup. It says location TBD. It's going to be at one of the free play areas, and I'll let people know which free play area. Then on Saturday, there's the Lure Chaos event from 11 to 3. Then there's another Lure meet and greet from 4:30 to 6. And then on Sunday, there's another Lure Chaos event. This one starts at 11:30. This says 11:30 p.m. Ignore that, please. 11:30 to 3:30. As opposed to 11 to 3. And then it's not listed here, but there is a commander format panel where it's going to be some number of us. I don't know. Gavin's like, hey, Ben, can you be on the panel? And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to be on the panel talking about commander. And it's mostly Q&A from what I've heard, but there's going to be kind of a relaying of some of the stuff that we worked on. And I don't know, there's no like a big format announcement, just like talking about what we do, what our process is, you know, maybe answering some community concerns, and then a lot of Q&A. So there's that. I don't have a rodeo dinner planned. I'd like to get a rodeo dinner planned for Saturday. I think that would be fun. I don't know anything about Atlanta. For some reason, Atlanta is more intimidating than booking for like Chicago or even something like Vegas. I think because in my mind, great, hold on. Perfect time to start mowing the lawn. In my head, Atlanta does not seem like the kind of city that you can maneuver around without a car that you own. But maybe that's incorrect. I don't know. I'm just a poor Canadian boy that, you know, we have in Canada, we have our walkable cities, and then we have Winnipeg. So it's hard for me to think of it through end terms other than that, you know? Asian Dragon for the 50th month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. Glad to have you. Good to see it. That's a long, really 50 months? Holy shit. That's a long time. Rebecca Gay will be at Atlanta. Once again, I have 0 Rebecca Gay cards to sign. That's not a condemnation of her artistic ability or anything. It's just I don't have German foils of the cards she has done artwork for. And I don't know if there would be. I mean, other than Aven Mind Sensor. Okay, I'm going to put on some jazz music. We're going to talk about doing this Enchant Worldle. And then we're going to do this Enchant Worldle. Does that sound okay for everybody? I hope that sounds okay for everybody. I put on the most quietest jazz album. There we go. Mixed Weaver. This is a rare. It's a. Oh, I'm dying. This is an older. Is it Nylea, God of the Hunt? I mean, admittedly, this one's a little easier. Also, I decided that I don't like the change that I made to the camera. I'm going to change it back. And you're just going to have to suffer. Or I'm going to have to suffer. Well, one of us is going to have to suffer. This one looked more impressive than it was. I know it's older. I know that it is an enchantment and a creature. That it costs more than 3. And that it is higher than an uncommon, and it's black or green. So I know that it's an enchantment creature at the very least, and the only thing that you could add on to this is likely going to be legendary. So it's either Nylea or Erebos, and I went with Nylea. Thanks for listening. Let's go on to Spellify. Another enchantment creature. Eidolon of Blossoms. All right, we're on a roll. We're on a roll here. This bodes well. Never mind. What the fuck is this? Why is this a 2-drop with all this? Well, I'll see if it's a legendary creature. It is a legendary creature. Excuse me. What the fuck is this? I'm gonna start guessing some letters. Can't attack and is control. Mulder. Hi. 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 She just woke up and is wondering, where's Dad? Here's Dad. Here's Dad. Here's Dad. There you go. Yeah, loud lady. Loud little lady. Can't. Whenever. What the fuck is this? What is this? Opponent. Control. Something your opponent's control can't. And this is a 2-drop? I just have to keep guessing. Yeah, I'm giving you big scritches. Get over here. Whenever something of something, I can't parse this at all. Your opponent's control can't block, and they can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. What? That can't be right. Something. It's not creatures. When card name when legendary creature leaves the battlefield, gain control of all I don't think this is a real card. Yes, I'm petting you, Mulder. I'm petting you so much. It might not be a 2-drop. Oh, it's Varchild. Oh, fuck. It's 2 in a red. Varchild. Varchild of no. What the fuck is your name? It's Varchild. What is your title? I don't know this card's. How the fuck? I don't know what Varchild's named. Varchild. This is, what is this word? I don't know. I don't know. Varchild something or other. Varchild. Something something Ray Betrayer of, and I think this starts with a V. What did you betray? Varchild's from Alliance. The Varchild's War Riders are from Alliances. Keldor. Is it Betrayer of Keldor? Oh my fucking god. This. That might have been the hardest Spellify I've ever done. That might have been the hardest Spellify I've ever done. It just dodged both Betrayer and Keldor and the Knight. It dodged so many like common letters used when I played this game. And there are so many letters on it. And it's a legendary creature that only has a single pip of mana. Also, can you hear the lawnmower where you are? Should I close the window? Survivor was a weird thing. Yeah. Okay. Good job, everybody. This might as well be the breaking point of what we're going to do. So yesterday we did an art game, the Scryfall Art Game. If you haven't watched the VOD, it's available on the YouTube. I originally planned to play the Scryfall Art Game and then go through all of these like Magic related and also not related trivia games. As for like a lazy Sunday, right? Doing the Sunday crossword, that kind of thing. I didn't know what to stream, and we're in like new set purgatory. And then I ended up just playing the art game for 4.5 hours. And we're just shooting the shit. Think of it like an extended Scryfall roulette. It was a lot of fun. I cannot believe how we had a couple of raids, but people stuck around. I cannot believe that we averaged like 400 viewers of people just watching me shoot the shit about like white cards from Torment. But I guess that's, you know, the quintessential wheeler. So who knows? I will play a little bit of the art game to start things off. But then I would like to move into playing some of these other games that we have set up. And if you see a game that you, or if there's a game you know about that fits this theme that I don't have in front of me, you can let me know. Yeah, I think it's, again, I'm leaving tomorrow. So I got Atlanta on the mind. I got packing on the mind, and this evening rather, I'm going to be on crossing the streams for Jackbox Party Pack. So I got a busy day, and I also haven't packed, but I'm a pretty quick and efficient packer. So you know, this is a Duskmorn Threaten. I don't know what it's called. Vengeful Possession. Sure, why not? Maybe I should refresh this. Just a heads up. If it is a card from a fall set, I don't know it. I apparently stopped caring about fall set expansions because this is the Grixis LCI backup commander. Don Andres, the Renegade. Perfect. Okay, so this is Spectral Shift from 5th Dawn. This bad boy right here, unfortunately, does not, or sorry, this one does show up in my magical hack deck because you can replace the basic land type with another permanently or indefinitely, I guess. Whereas there's some of them that just do it until end of turn, and I really don't like it. I get why, because tracking is miserable. Oh, excuse me, it's 1M. Oh, this is also permanent. Some of them are until end of turn. Some of them also can't hit basic lands. There's just a bunch of stuff. Konami made a Yu-Gi-Oh format with a points list, no banned or restricted. That's wild. If Konami can do it, Wizards can do it. Oh no, Heronblade Elite? A card that I need to, this is a deck that I need to actually make. The Naya Humans Counters deck. This card gets in there. This card's pretty powerful. It's the classic, like, look, if you have an Orcish Bowmasters or a Pyrokinesis, you'll get me. But if you don't kill this, I will win the game. You know, it's a card printed after 2020. This is CDH Staple Prismite. Mulder. My cat is making a very stinky poop. This is the Kaldheim Foretell card where you draw a bunch of cards. We caught fish this big. Oh, what up, Sheebam? How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. Good to see you. There is a new episode of Sheebam and Wheeler Love Magic out today, including Sheebam and Wheeler Love Leftovers, available on patreon.com/SheebamWheeler, as well as for individual purchase for $5. You can buy any of the bonus episodes. I think this is Touch of Death. Yu-Gi-Oh is so gay. Touch of Death? Yeah, Touch of Death. This card's very funny. 1 damage to a player planeswalker, you gain 1, you draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. This is a banger. This used to be played in Canadian Highlander. It's Ribbons of Night. This card is legitimately so good. So it's 4 and a black, but actually it's 3 black and a blue. It's a sorcery that deals 4 damage to target creature. You gain 4 life. And it says if blue is spent to cast a spell, you draw a card. You're always casting this for blue. So it was kill your best thing. I'm going to gain 4 and draw a card. And it's not the first Ribbons of Night. It's the fact that you Ribbons of Night, untap Ribbons of Night. And then they're just They're Shrek'd. They would have to play like Rumbling Slum or like a Hand of Honor. Oh. Oh. Shit. Yeah. Me mom's talking to me. Oh my god. What is this? Electrobite? Or Electrite, excuse me. 5 creature type Trilobite. Magic the Gathering. We need to get a little less granular. Also Magic the Gathering. It's a Trilobite. 5 mana, 3/3, Trilobite Beast. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a defending player, deals damage equal to its power to each blocking creature. That's not bad. I mean, it is, but you know, it's kind of cool. This is Keeper of Progenitus. This card's dope. It's symmetrical, but only for Naya players and only for your, you know, cards with basic land types. This is the GOAT, Mog Fanatic. So I'm not actually going to do this all day, like we did yesterday, but I will do this at least until we get 100. This is one of the, it's a tapper from like BFZ or Oath of the Gatewatch that has Rally. Bad mechanic. So bad. Nobody bought ally cards when Avatar: The Last Airbender was spoiled. Spawnbinder Mage. Okay, can... I have good news. I mean, not good news. Maybe not for you, chat. What the hell is this? The hell is this? I think this is another... Is this a null? I think this is... Because this looks like a Zendikar Goblin. Because it's got the weird... I hate the Zendikar Goblins, by the way. Not all of them. Some of them look okay. Like this Goblin guide has kind of the weird face. Looks okay. This Goblin guide is just a goblin. I think this might be my least favorite artwork on a powerful Magic card of all time. Oh, I mistyped Bushwhacker. I hate this art so much. What is this? What is this? I like Kieran Yonner, but look at this. This motherfucker's got a beaver tail on his face. Manly Chin. This is like the Crimson Chin. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. Like, some of them are okay. But like this angle does not work. This angle does not work. It looks like... Some of them look as though it is like solid. Like jagged peaks, right? And that looks cool. But this looks floppy. This looks floppy. Don't Google Crimson Chin controversy. I thought Butch Hartman was a outstanding guy. This is why Twitter constantly just sends me recommendations of you should follow this 30-year-old that has based their entire life around children's animation. I feel like I know what this card is. Like it's a threaten that has support, right? It's threaten support 2. I'm pretty sure it's press into service. Oh my god, he's the goat. Yeah, it's support 2. I also purchased basically every threaten I didn't own recently. What is this? This is like a Lord of the Rings card or an AFR card. Why is that an anglerfish? What the hell is this? No, it's an LCI card. Perfect. LCI cards, they're not real. I'll never learn LCI cards aside from Tishana's Tidebinder, Malcolm, and maybe some other cards. Owner of an artifact or creature of mana value one or greater shuffles it into their deck and they discover X. Oh, that's pretty funny. Inti? Yeah, Inti and well, Roaming Throne shouldn't exist. This guy looks. Is this Meteor Swarm? Meteor Blast. I knew it was not the word that is used to describe this phenomena. Although I don't think this phenomena happens that often. Fenor Real Starcaller. Who is this? Can any lore heads tell me about Fenor Real? Okay, apparently it takes 5 hours to get from Fenor in Waterford, Ireland, to Real, which is a place in Wales. Some guy? Jag? You mean the television show? They don't exist on the wiki. Okay, I'm writing this down so that I'm going to tell Gavin to make a card with this. Fenor Real. What plane is this? Starcaller? It's only mentioned on this card. It's so funny. Yeah, he's a part of the Moonfuckers. There's literally dozens of us. This is Nyx Herald. This card was okay. Oh, my baby? Cadaver Imp? I always thought that this card should have been Canlander playable at some point in time. It's a 3-mana 1/1 Gravedigger with flying. When I say Canlander playable, I mean like 2009. 2000. Well, when did this card come out? 2010. Wow. I always said in 2010 this card would have been played in 2009. Ooh, Ghost Tactician. This card's so cool. I love characters whose bodies or their garments are made entirely from wrappings and cloth. And especially when their clothing ends up kind of fading into the background or ends up becoming a part of their own body or their skin or whatever. Like, I think it looks so good. Yes, everybody's mummy lover. We are the premier, nope, how do I want to word this? Around here, we love moms. In a caring mama's boy way. Please also, ignore the fact that my romantic partner happens to be a mom. And that my previous romantic partners happen to be all of your moms. Lamau. Okay. This is an OTJ card. Is it Cornucopia? Something cornucopia. Ancient cornucopia. I remember paying $5 for this card. This is an Edge of Eternity's card. Edge of Eternity's Trumpet Blast. Zealous Display. Riptide Biologist. 2 mana, 1/2 protection from beasts. With Morph. Shout out to Justin Sweet, by the way. Artist in Magic the Gathering. I don't believe they've done anything recently, but they've got some banging pieces of artwork. Obviously, Arcanus the Omnipotent, Bane of the Living, Azorius Herald, the Blade of the Six Pride, Capricious Ifrit's pretty great. Honestly, a pretty good depiction of Chandra. Angel and I were up until 11:30 discussing our favorite iterations of Chandra and depictions of Chandra. And I said one of the things, there are a lot of honestly terrible depictions of Chandra. And one of the things that I said I think makes a good depiction of Chandra is when the fire from her hands or that is surrounding her ends up resembling her hair. It doesn't have to be a 1-to-1. But when there's some consistency in that, I think it's pretty great. Yeah, there's some pretty awful Chandras. This figure is kind of terrifying. Drifter Adult, Doubtless One. If you've ever seen a foil Doubtless One. Whew. Whew. Eternal Dragon, okay. Gangrenous Goliath. Also, I like that very clearly they have refined their style and they have gotten better at artwork as they made more cards. I think that is awesome to see in Magic artists. There are definitely some artists that you can watch them as they improve their technique, refine their style throughout their career. And you can really see it on Justin Sweet's cards, but I like their older, more muddy's not the word I'm looking for, but it's kind of hazy style. But as they start adding details, like look at this Aname. Just the Anames are so pretty. Magma Jet, that's a banger. That's a top to bottom banger. Plated Slagworm, like this is the kind of card that the depiction on this art, it's like you are like kilometers away in this forest, in the tangle, and you're kind of looking into the horizon and you see movement, and the movement is this worm, and you're like, well, look at that worm over there, and it's too far away for you to make out all the individual details, but then it looks like it's looking at you and its mouth starts to open, and then you realize, wait a minute, I'm so far away. That worm is massive. It is gigantic, and it feels like it's looking right at me, and it looks like it's bearing its fangs directly at me. And there's a kind of terror that sets in with that. And and I think you really get that when you have the kind of hazier kind of artwork. Anyways, shout out to Justin Sweet. This is Quicksilver Wall. What? This is the child that's going to be sitting on me next to the plane, or sitting next to me on the plane. This child will be sitting on me as I'm next to the plane. I think this is Zatoya, right? Nope, Zoyowa. This is clowning around. A card that is not on Magic Online that really needs to be on Magic Online. This is a Wilds of Eldraine card that is pretty cool. I forget what you're called. Pompous. No, it's not Pompous Troubadour. Is it Pompous Merchant? That's not how you... Discerning Financier. I don't... never mind. Ooh, this is... Not Ratcatcher. Ogre... Is it Ogre Ratcatcher? Rat Caller. Ogre Rat Caller. Ogre Slumlord. Fuck, that's also not how you spell collar. No idea. This is Undercity Shade. Oh! This is this is Ayara something of the Forge. Widow of the Forge? A Widow of the Realm and a Furnace Queen. Right, not Forge, Furnace. I think this is Planar Nexus. You know, I gotta tell you, I've been interested in playing some Legacy. And I've been interested in playing Legacy because I've been seeing this mono blue Cloud Post Tron deck that I think is so cool. It's like got the perfect mana base. Its mana base is like 4 Ancient Tomb, 4 Cloud Post, 3 Glimmer Post, 4 Planar Nexus, and then 4 Urza's Tower. No power plant, no mine. Like it just plays, it plays both, which is so funny because this plus Urza's Tower means that the tower is going to add 3 mana. It's pretty good. It's just really funny to watch, you know. This is Dark Betrayal from Theros. Pretty good magic card. Touch the Eternal. I think it's touch the, not touch of the. It's touch of the Eternal. He's washed. Fall the Hammer. Cloud Post is so funny because it's one of those cards that if you haven't played with it or against it, you look at it and you're like, how good could this be? Like, how fast could this actually be? Why is this banned in Modern, banned in Pauper, and why does it still see play in Legacy? Like, this clearly can't be the best thing to do until you play against a Cloud Post deck that goes turn 1 Cloud Post, turn 2 Cloud Post, or and then has 2 mana, which is just, that's a normal mana progression, or it goes Glimmer Post and now it has 3 mana on turn 2. And then they play like a, I don't know, a Chalice of the Void or the Kozilek's Return, or Kozilek's Command, your like Ocelot Pride or whatever. Your 1-drop, your Delver Secrets, your Dragon's Rage Channeler. God forbid they go Cloud Post, untap, Cloud Post, play a Chalice on 1, untap, Planar Nexus, and now they have 7 mana on turn 3, which is like Tron, except if you got rid of one of those cards, they would still be up mana. This is Sig River Guide. I really wish they gave good white merfolk. We don't really have good white merfolk anymore. This is not real. What is this? Is this the art to, it's the artist that did Noble Steeds, I think. Maybe? Angel taking me for a walk. Enslaved Scout. Oh, it's Rebecca Gay. Oh my god. I mean, I still think that tracks. Aurelia Law. The Law Above. This is a Kami. Kami of Celebration. I had no idea. I had no idea what that was. This is Eidolon of Obstruction. This is Reaper of the Moonsilver? Moonsilver? Reaper of Flight Moonsilver. Oh, fuck. This card's a mono white sack outlet. You don't get a lot of them. It's kind of funny. It shows up in commander decks, like in Selesnya commander decks that need to have a sack outlet. They get their Altar of Dementia and their Phyrexian Altar and Ashnod's Altar, but sometimes having a creature is a lot easier for those decks. They can Eldamri's Call for their creature or whatever. This one's cool. Although, you can Enlighten Tutor for your other ones. Your, like, Fanatical Devotion and your Martyr's Cause and whatnot. But this one's a creature. I played this in my Safi Eriksdottir deck. This is the Unspeakable. I know that there was a card referencing this on a saga, but I really wish that the Unspeakable was brought back in New Kamigo as like a creature. As like a way, like the Unspeakable is so Yu-Gi-Oh coded in the nicest way possible. You cast the Reach Through Mists, you cast the Peer Through Depths, then you cast the Sift Through Sands, and you get to tutor up the Unspeakable. And it's so fucking cool. And it's so exciting. They kind of did it with, what is it, Altenac? But that was just, the reason why I don't like Altenac is that, I mean, I don't mind Altenac, honestly. Altenac's very powerful. But Altenac is, like, it's too easy. And I'm not saying, like, you know, power level is a big issue here. Because it's, like, I don't care what the power level is. I care about the journey. And the assemblance of the Wingus, Dingus, the Dongus. It is kind of interesting that Anthony Waters didn't do the artwork for the Unspeakable, though. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Say Its Name is too much of a real Magic card, right? Like, Say Its Name is just it's a reasonable card that only cares about other Say Its Names. Whereas Peer Through Depths and Reach Through Mists are both reasonable Magic cards. I mean, even Sift Through Sands is a catalog. But, like, you could foresee a deck that wants a bunch of cheap spells. I mean, shit, they do it in Pauper. Pauper High Tide plays both of these, right? Or some number of them. Mostly for the psychic puppetry. But, like, you could see a world where somebody was building a deck that cares about cheap spells. And they're like, well, Reach Through Mist just replaces itself and allows for cheap splice. Same with Peer Through Depths. Replaces itself, allows for cheap splice. And then they go like, well, if I have one and then I have the other, like, what if I just played one copy of Sift Through Sands? And, like, one copy of the Unspeakable? Wouldn't that be dope? And you could do it at instant speed? It's just very cool. It's very cool to me. Anyways, this is Enigma Drake. I love Enigma Drake. There was a very cool standard deck called Drakes. It had Enigma Drakes and it had Crackling Drakes and occasionally had one or two Niv Mizzets. Just played good blue-red spells. I drank a lot of coffee and had a large-ish breakfast today. I am so full. I don't know what this is. This is a Wilds Veldrain card. Yeah, sure, if you say so. Look at this crop. This is Savitri Dragon Master. Very cool Planeswalker. Also, one that I am shocked that I haven't actually seen in the wild. Like, maybe it's because it dies very quickly. But I think that you play this because you just want to play your favorite dragons in black and blue. And it is effectively just like having Silumgar. Yeah, blue-black Dragon Commander. With Livia Prima artwork. Ooh. This card looks great. In foil. And you get to play some cool dragons. This is Dominate from Nemesis. Ooh, this is Inertia Bubble from Muradin. Lash Writhe, my beloved. 8.5 tails. My beloved, my beloved. I played so much of this card back in the day. This card is cracked, by the way. Like, this is a magic card that... Wait, what? This isn't Battle for Baldur's Gate? How is this in What? Oh, right. They have Commander product. Oh, it's probably in the party deck, right? Because it's a cleric. Was Daniel Holt on this? This card is so strong. I played this in my White Weenie decks back in the day. And yeah, you're just like... Just 3 mana, protect something, but also just if they have white creatures or white cards, you can just protect that for 2 mana. You could do some gross stuff with this card. It's really annoying. It's a shame that you can't give your opponents things pro white, but what are you gonna do? This is some kind of meddling. I don't know what kind of meddling it is. Fairy, is it just called, oh, Fairy Tauntings. Oh my god, it's a Duskmourn card that I know. Undead Sprinter. Ella Damri. Core Vekdal. You want to know how to remember this card's name? I mean, this might actually just be an easier... This might be one of the situations where you don't remember this card's name by this, like, set of features from Magic the Gathering, but the other way around. Eladamri basically unites all the different groups on Wrath, which are the Core, the Onvek, and the Ildal. So it's the Core, the Vek, and the Dal, because Eladamri leads the Core, the Vek, and the Dal. That's some trivia for you. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Ashmouth Hound. I played this recently in my dog deck. This is Whelming Wave. Pretty good magic card. No idea. Oh, it's something Ace. Sphere Ace. Interface Ace. Thornhide Wolves. What am I going into 350? Ooh, Sapling. What do you mean incorrect? Oh, it's because... Okay, so the game, if you get a legendary creature, you could just type its name. But because this is... I think that this must look for the comma, right? I did the same with Enigma Drake. I typed Sapling for Enigma Drake. Yeah, because it's Sapling of Kulfinor. But if it was Sapling, like, comma... of Kulfinor, it would have given it to me. This card's cool. 5 mana, 2/5. When it attacks, it's indestructible too. You flip the top card of your deck. If it's a creature, you gain life equal to its toughness and then lose life equal to its power. Then you put it in your hand. Enigma, I typed Enigma. Damn. Well, here's some energy tap for you. Underrated magic card too. This is a card that I'm surprised doesn't see more play in Commander. Single blue, sorcery, you tap target untapped creature you control, and if you do, you add an amount of colorless mana equal to that creature's mana value. Pretty good. Pretty good. Scrapyard Mongrel? I played this in my dog deck. Oh, Goblin Settler. Former Canadian Highlander staple Goblin Settler. The Demolished Angel. I don't know what this is. In fact, I don't think anybody knows what this is. Oh, this is the never mind. This is like kill a thing that has power 2 or less, right? What do I mean, former? Well, I have some terrible news for Kiki Pod. Can you sit down? Murder tactics. Defeat. Port of Carfel? Carfel. Okay, great. Oh, I built the Pioneer deck. The like amulet but not amulet Titan Pioneer deck. Inspiring Leader. This is a background. It's a pretty good background. Basandra. A magic card that is not super popular, needs new art, and was like one of the few Boros commanders that you could play. Unfortunately, done by a turf. Rope. This is so funny. Because this is the equipment that from the MKM set that is just, you know, like you have wrench and lead pipe and stuff. I think they do this on the other cards too. But like, just so you know, this is a green card. It's got a green it's got a green curtain in there. Rope. Oh yeah, Goblin Settler was not cheap. This is a Ravnica card. I don't know which one though. Is it Exhumer Thrall? Oh, oh. I swear to God, I'm not just trying to set myself up for success here. I have no clue. I have no clue what this is. This is probably like the red white desert. Shattered landscape. Oh. Okay. New Capenna. Italian guy. Waste management. Sure, sure. Nobody. Oh, Carrion Cruiser. Nope. Oh, God. Absolute banger of a magic card. Absolute banger of some artwork here. This is Colostria Highborn. This card is so pretty. This card is so pretty. Check this out. Damn. Although you get a better look at the Highborn and the like null that she's leading. But I do, and the like the some more details on the card, like on her gown or whatever. But like you go to this and then you just see so much more, right? You really get to see kind of her leading this procession of null. Each of Malakir's great families boasts a contingent of nulls appropriate to its rank in society. Forerunner of the Heralds. $50 to Goon is crazy. You know, you can just look at a card that depicts a woman and not think about jerking off. I'd recommend it. It's pretty great. I'm not playing games to come. This is the blue-black common land from Capenna. Yeah. Nessian. No. I don't know. Some gate crash. Some gruel attacks thing bigger. Oh, it is the gate crash one. I thought it was the riot one, but I think that's different. Oh, Imperial Seal. I think I'm gonna have to convert my Portal 3 Kingdoms cards from Chinese to English, which is going to be a slow process. And in some cases, an expensive process. But I kind of just want my cards to either be German or English. And it's just impossible to find some of the Chinese cards I'm looking for. Imperial Seal has a dragon on top. Oh yeah. This is the Numai. I forget your name. Numai. Yeah, Scourge of Numai. That's what it was. Magmasaur. Elemental Dinosaur. 5 mana, ETB with 5 counters on it. During your upkeep, you remove a counter from this creature, and if you don't, you sack it. It deals damage equal to its counters to each creature without flying in each player. Okay, so you play this on 5, and then next turn, you can just sack it to deal 5 to all their creatures. Without flying, of course. This is Pure Strider. We talked about this yesterday. This is Rot Shambler. This card's cool. 2 mana 1/1. Whenever another creature you control dies, you put a 1/1 counter on this creature. There's a couple of cards that do this. Is Malakir Cullblade the other one? One of the other ones? Because these two were in standard together. Utopia Mycon. Mycin. Word that I haven't said out loud. Ooh, Wall of Deceit from Legions? What the fuck is this artwork? This is dreadful. Like, this is, the art's not bad. It's just very confused. Definitely AI. I have some terrible news. This card is from 23 years ago. Is it John Avon? It is John Avon. John, what are you doing, bud? Card's kind of good, honestly. You play it for a morph, damage on the stack, you flip it up, and then you can pay 3 to do it all over again. Very weird. Very weird. This is like fetish art. Sleeper Agent. Zancha. Awe Strike. Powerful magic card. Doesn't see that much play in Commander, but really should. Next time target creature would deal damage this turn, you prevent that damage. You gain life equal to damage prevented this way. Pretty good against Voltron-y kind of big creatures. Played in the Morph theme deck from Legions. That's what's up. Pima Outrider? No. Pima... it's not Pima Outrider, but I'm gonna... Yeah, Lifecraft Cavalry. It's one of those. Is this Femaref Guide? Femaref Scouts. Oh, just a 3 mana 1/4. It's a Horn Turtle. Ooh, Tilling Tree Folk. This card's dope. This is legitimately a good magic card. 3 mana 1/3 comes into play. You return 2 lands from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty good. I have played this more times in Canadian Highlander than I probably should have. You play this and returns a fetch land and like a strip? Busted. No clue. Strixhaven card. Yeah, I told you. Angel, are you here? Angel, are you in chat right now? Despoil by Scott M. Fisher. I cannot wait to get my Despoil signed. That's 10 American dollars I'm never getting back. March of the Worldles. Is a Shattered Crypt? Shattered Crypt. Turn X cards from your graveyard to hand, you lose X life. Dog, I'd just rather play Death Denied. No, that's Krovax, not Michael Jackson. Herald of Kozilek. I hate how humanoid its hands are. Oh. I think this is Angel of Fury. Which is so funny because she looks pissed, but this is like such like a stereotypical like Christian angel. Well, maybe showing too much with the shoulder exposed. But like I'm pretty sure this is the same angel from those Philadelphia cream cheese ads. Except somebody took her cream cheese, so now she's going to whip them into shape. This card stinks, by the way. 6 mana, 3/5 flying angel. When it dies, you can shuffle it into your deck. Yikes. Angel of Fury was the other day after the old bordered Canlander. No, she forgave me. Colony Heart Expedition. This is a card that occasionally shows up in like Modern and Pauper, and it's very funny when it does. Because this was so good in Standard and Valakut. 2 mana, enchantment, landfall. For those that don't know, 2 mana enchantment that has landfall. You put a quest counter on it, and you remove 3 quest counters and sack it. You find 2 basics. So the play pattern with this was like, this is how fucked up this deck could be. You could go turn 2 Colony Heart Expedition, turn 3 Colony Heart Expedition, or sorry, turn 3 fetch land, explore, draw a card, play another fetch land, or play a land, and then you could play a second copy of Colony Heart Expedition. Then you crack the first one, find 2 basics, put 2 on the second one, untap, play a Valakut, put another counter, sack it immediately, Valakut, and then play Primeval Titan and kill them. Or some combination of that. And that's like turn 4. It's pretty good. Also, yeah, just like 2 mana finding 2 basics at instant speed. Pretty strong. This is some cameo. I don't know which one. Yeah, Trollhorn cameo. Eye Twitch? Or is it Eye Witch? It's Eye Twitch. Ooh, a Fedo Alchemist. I used to play this card in Hermit Druid. Or Alchemist Apprentice. Fuck. Right. I used to play this card in Hermit Druid. Because you would it was a human that you could bring back off of Angel of Glory's Rise, and you could Azami tap it to draw a card and win the game at instant speed with Labman in play. But if for whatever reason you didn't have Azami, it was also a human that would get brought back that you can then sacrifice at instant speed to draw a card. It's also just not bad. You just play this as a 2 mana 1/1, you block something and you sack it and draw a card. Like, how much? Like, how often is that just what your Elvish Visionary does, anyways? This is Twitch chat. Culvert Ambusher MKM card doesn't exist. Sangrophage. This card's very funny. They just took they just took Carnophage and said, okay, but what if we made it bigger? What if we made Carnophage a little bit bigger? Kind of wish they had committed more and made this like a 2 mana 4/4. Like, I mean, it's still in the era where creatures are not very good, but this is also the block where they made Tarmogoyf, so who knows? All right, I'll give you until I hit 350 correct, and then I'm going to swap to the other games because I don't want to just play this for the entire stream again. I mean, I kind of do, but I should probably not. That was Fleshbag Marauder. Absolutely disgusting. This card is so funny, though, because it kind of looks like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. I hate that they changed it, though. Because now they have this artwork, the Mark Zug artwork. And I get that this looks maybe more like a warrior. But This feels more like Grixis-y. This feels more stitched together, so to speak. Breaking Beats Biscuits for the 11th month. Entertaining content as usual. Glad of it. The Wall of Deceit reminded me of my Onslaught deck with Pure Pressure and Standardize. Ooh. Pure Pressure is still pretty good. Standardize is also not bad too. Thank you so much for the support and for the anecdote there. I too enjoy bad cards from Onslaught blog. Yeah, this one's gross. I wish there were more gross cards like this in Magic. They tend to do more, especially nowadays. Like they tend to do more like, hey, check out this thing that we've done that is gross conceptually, but the end result is also kind of cool. You know, this card's not, I wouldn't call this card cool, but it is gross and threatening. This is Teferi Honor Guard, I believe. Teferi's Honor Guard. Sorry, James is blowing up my spot. What's this guy's name? Urtet? Urtet, Remnant of Memnarch. I like the mirror. I wonder if people like mirror as well. Did we get a lot of mirror in Phyrexia? We got a couple. We didn't get the Mana Dork mirror. We got like we have the Infect one. They're pretty cool. They're just little guys. They're just little guys. How many ETB auto equip and get first strike equipment should you put in Furion? I don't know, like 3? Fractal summoning? I'm just going to say fractal mage duel. Every time I see a Strixhaven card, I'm just going to say fractal summoning. Ooh, what is this? Angelic Benediction? I can tell you, it's a 4-mana enchantment that just gives Exalted. And whenever you tap, or whenever you attack, you tap. This card's great. Michael Cormack. Shout out to the GOAT of Michael Cormack. Angel and I were also talking about Michael Cormack yesterday. As we were talking about our favorite depictions of Planeswalkers. And she said her favorite depiction of Elspeth was Elspeth Tyrell. Angel, do you have a picture of your cosplay? When you cosplayed Elspeth Tyrell? I mean, I probably have one on my phone that I can send to my Discord. But if you have one on your computer that you could send to me that I could show off. If I could show off Angel's award-winning Elspeth Tyrell cosplay. Unless she doesn't want me to, then I don't have to. Favorite Elspeth is Howard Lyons on Crusade. Unfortunately, that card is banned because it's offensive. And now you're banned from playing Magic the Gathering for liking that card. Sorry, dude. We burned down your village. Here's some gold. Really glad that they have stuck to their guns when it comes to the initiative. I gotta delete this picture of the gray sushi that's on my phone. I don't even know if she's in chat right now. All right, well, if she ends up having a picture of Elspeth, that would be cool because it's a fucking incredible cosplay. But the cool thing about Michael Cormack's art that Angel described that I agree with and shows up quite a lot, especially in his artwork on Alara and in Bant, is his ability to make metallic objects seem metallic. A lot of buckles and bracers and emblems and belts and medallions and pauldrons, they pop, they shine, they have that quality to them. Like Angelic Benediction is like a classic. Like, look at this. You really feel like these pauldrons and the accompanying like medallions are metal. They have the quality of metal. And that is incredible. Even in more subtler ways, like Bant Sureblade, you kind of have like some filigree on the armor. And this is a card where it's in the muck, right? It looks like it's in Grixis fighting. And you can just see where the light hits. It's damn good. Damn good. Garrick Predator of Scrubs back for the 77th month. How you doing? Really glad Shibam is finally free from this cursed game. Same also. Also 77 months. Woohoo. Thank you so much for the support. That's a long ass time. I hope you're doing well. No idea what this card is. This is from Duskborn, right? Ogre Berserker. Ooh, Concentrate. Can I tell you something that's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine? Pet peeve's probably not even the right. I don't know. I feel like when people say pet peeve, they also then go on like a very large tangent, and it's like, dog, that seems like less of a peeve, more like a genuine like grievance. Is that people refer to drawing 3 cards at 4 mana with like no other abilities attached to it as a harmonize instead of concentrate. Now, granted, there are cards before Concentrate that are like 4 mana, draw 3. They do thing. Did the leftover episode go up? Always. Well, Tidings draws 4. Yeah, they go up on the Sunday night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Without fail. I mean, occasionally with fail. The Patreon is not a perfect being. This is one of the invasions. Invasion of nice place. Invasion of Moag. Well, this is Reanimate. Classic Robert Bliss. Selesnya Evangel. I like the alt art on this card. It's Rob Alexander. It's very funny because it's not a not a land. But I like this art a lot. Because this one, you can't really tell it's an elf. And honestly, I can't even tell it's a shaman. This one, not only is it colorful, but also it's colorful but muted in places. She feels more like an elf, more like a shaman. Also, more magic cards just need to depict fat women. Like, why is there so much hesitation to depict fat women on magic cards? You know they exist, right? You know, statistically speaking, that in the country where you primarily publish your game, that is the majority of gender/body type, right? And you have like 0 representation in the game for this? Unbelievable. Serge, thank you for the raid. Welcome, folks. I hope you had a good stream. We're still talking about magic cards today, taking a very, very chill day. We have just finished the art game after about an hour. Right now we're talking about fat women in Magic the Gathering and how there isn't any good representation, or there's so little representation of it. Which is very frustrating. Anywho. Selesnya Evangel. Cool magic card. Honestly, a very powerful magic card, too. Like, at common, I mean, they bumped it up to uncommon, but think about this. It's a 2-mana creature that creates additional creatures. And once you find a way to make 1 or even get another creature in play, you could just do this every single turn. At common. Now at uncommon. All right, that's 350. Let's move to some of the other games. This is Mana Matrix. Oh, this is going to be from yesterday. I don't know, because I haven't refreshed any of this. I don't know if this is going to still work. This is like the Pokedoku sort of card. Like it says there's a grid. So this says like CI equals 5. I assume that means that it costs 5? That can't be right. CI equal 5, a type planeswalker. Is that color identity equals 5? So this would be planeswalkers that have a 5 cost color identity. Oh shit. Oh fucking, what's his name? Jared. No, not Gerard. Carthel. What is your name? This one. True Air. Shit. No, not this one. Jared Carthalion. That one. Color identity 5 and has Oracle text bottom of Invasion of Alara. It doesn't even show me the card. That's kind of funny. But I like that it shows me the art. I think it's Invasion of Alara. Because this casts spells, and I'm pretty sure the rest go on the bottom of your library. 5 color. Toughness equals 0. Chamber Sentry. From Fields of Ravnica. So now we need a card with mana value 1 in a blue that is a type planeswalker. There's one card because it's Jace Telepath Unbound. Mana value 1 in a blue that says bottom of. I'm going to go with Worldly Council. Interesting that it uses the Conflux art. 1 in a blue that has toughness of 0. Phantasmal Image. Set from 1, and it's a planeswalker. Luca Bound to Ruin. Set 1, bottom of the pig, the Vorak, Contagious Vorak. And then from 1, and it's a 0/0. Oh. Evolving something. Evolving Adaptive. With 1 attempt, you got 9 out of 9 correct. Ugh. Not bad. Pygmy for the second year. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Also, I think this is the one from yesterday. Maybe if we update it, it'll have a different one. It does have a different one. We never got to do okay, so at this point, for those that maybe saw a bit of yesterday, I planned to play all these games on stream, but we ended up just playing the art game for 4.5 hours. And so I didn't actually get to do yesterday's Mana Matrix, but now I get to do that, and now I get to do an additional one. An artifact from Modern Horizons 2. Altar of the Lurgoy. Altar of the Goyf. I think. Yes. Set MH2 that costs 7 mana. Murktide Regent. It is wild that this card only costs 7 mana. Set from MH2 with exile target. That would be Prismatic Ending. It also shows you how many cards are applicable here. 65 cards in MH2 are artifacts? That's so much. I mean, it must also count tokens, right? Tokens aren't cards, but maybe for this game, they count. Toughness equals 6. And is an artifact. Soul of Phyrexia. New Phyrexia? CMC equals 7. And it has toughness of 6. A 7 mana, 6 toughness card. Oh, this might be tough. There's so many options, but it's like narrowing it down, which can be really tough. Cost 7 mana. Is there a 7 mana 7/6? Goliath Sphinx? No, that's an 8/7. 7 mana. I have to come back to this. Exile target, and it has toughness of 6. Exile target, toughness of 6. I think I've remembered a 7 mana 6 toughness card. Vizardrix. We talked about Vizardrix recently. Exile target, 6 toughness. Oh, hi Mulder. Oh, it's Mulder. Yeah, come on up, Bubba. Ow. Come on up. Meow. Mulder's gonna go stay with my parents while I'm in Atlanta. And hopefully she won't cause them too much trouble. Yeah? Oh, what's that? Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, you had a loose nail. I gotta trim your nails before I send you off. Oh, sorry. Let me move this and then move this so I can scratch you. Yeah. Baby. 6 toughness with exile. This is so fucking tough. 6 toughness with exile. All the cards I'm thinking of have 5 toughness. Or... Oh, does Luminite Primordial? I think this might be a 5/6. I think this might be a 5/6. Artifact that says permanent. Liquid metal coating. Uh, 7 cost that says permanent. Scour from existence. And then exile target permanent. I'd like to change this to Sylvan Primordial. And then I'd like to turn this into Scour from existence. I got 8 out of 9. Oh, okay. Fuck. It wasn't Luminate Primordial. What the hell is 6 toughness that exiles? Ashen Rider? Ashen Rider costs 8. This is a 5/7. 6 toughness that exiles. Devourer of Destiny. Oh, that's a modern card, though. I don't play that format. All right. Well, getting 100% on one of them and then getting 8 out of 9 on the second one isn't that bad. So we're going to the next Magic game. That isn't actually a Magic game. This is a game where you guess the title of this Wiki-How article. Just based on the artwork. So for instance, based on this artwork, do we think that this Wiki-How article is how to act when your boyfriend keeps paying for everything, how to deal with a friend's death, how to start a cult, and how to create a benefit concert series? Now, how to act when your boyfriend keeps paying for everything. I could maybe see this because the woman here that doesn't look like a real smile or a real kind of laugh. Then it depends. I got to get into the head of who would have written this article and also this woman. Like, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? It depends on their circumstances. How to deal with a friend's death. I could see it being friend's death because they're just hanging out and talking. Starting a cult. I feel like this is a little too personal to be the cult. And I don't think this is benefit series. So I'm going to go with how to deal with a friend's death. It's how to act when your boyfriend keeps paying for everything. I should have went with that. Okay. What is the title of this Wiki-How article? How to eat worms. How to buy firearms in California. How to make out. And how to fart quietly. So eating worms. This guy does look like he's very hungry. She looks a little bashful. I think this is how to make out. This could be buying firearms in California. Because I imagine this is the average reaction of Americans when they realize they'll get the opportunity to own something that can end a person's life. The steam makes me think this is making out. Farting quietly. I could see it being fart quietly, though. Because maybe this is just fart gas. But fart gas is typically depicted in colors. Like, this has like a Yuri manga palette. Or like a shoujo manga palette. I don't think that's farting quietly. I'm going to say how to make out. It is how to make out. Incredible. I like that none of this depicts making out. How to make your Tezzeret cosplay work. So what is the title of this? How to be laid back. How to develop common sense. How to make someone you met on MSN love you. And how to fix your digestion. Why does this have big, like, League of Legends character? Like, we got 20 white people in the room to try to design one black character. And after that failed, we decided to pull in some outside resources. And that we also brought in 20 Chinese artists. Some of them who have never actually met or talked to a black person in their life. When we got them to do this. I think this is... I think it's develop common sense. Because he's telling you to shush. Like, developing common sense, you know, you want to say like, hey, listen. Just listen. I'm going to say common sense. How to develop... He's so good. He's so good. Yeah. And people thought this was MSN Messenger. No. Nope. I don't like that. Okay. What is the title of this Wiki-How article? Yeah. You wanted to be the last one. Imagine your digestion problems were caused by people being too loud for you to poop. So every time you go into a washroom, you just go, shh. Treat it like a library. How to be a femme fatale. How to ask a girl to dance. How to deal with a cheating boyfriend. And how to be a girl spy. Now, I'm not to generalize here, but I feel like how to be a femme fatale and how to be a girl spy, while they aren't completely the same thing, there's a lot of overlap, at least in the mind of your average Wiki-How user. I feel like this is how to deal with a cheating boyfriend. Because one of the signs of a man that's cheating, commonly, is that they are showering more. AKA, they're actually showering. What lemon? What are you talking about, chat? I think a girl spy is someone who spies on girls. I think it's how to deal with a cheating boyfriend. Gaslighting chat? I would never gaslight you, chat. I'm going to go with cheating boyfriend. It's how to ask a girl to dance. Now, I guess this is like part of the step is don't be disgusting. How to high jump over the gay bar. There's a loud thing and I think it said lemon. No, I think you're making that up. How to get over the gay bar. How to flatulate secretly, parentheses, teenagers. How to flatulate secretively, parentheses, teenagers. How to pole vault. How to win a fist fight. And how to put your arm around a girl. I think this is how to win how to pole vault. Given that there's a pole vault, but this is a very odd depiction. Okay. What is the title of this Wiki-How article? I am betting that this is how to expand your palate beyond chicken nuggets. How to win at arm wrestling. How to be strong. How to learn smoking tricks. And how to play Wink Murder. What's Wink? Oh, is Wink Murder that game where if somebody winks at you, you die? But if you wink at someone and they blink at you, then you get caught or whatever? Is that and there's like a blink. I think I played this game when I was in like grade school. So this could be how to win at arm wrestling or how to be strong. I think it is how to be strong. Because it's going to be like how to be strong, you got to eat your veggies. Yeah. Remember, folks, if you want to be strong, you're going to have to eat lime wedges. You're going to have to eat so many lime wedges. What is the title of this Wiki-How article? How to talk dirty in bed. How to win at arm wrestling. How to survive. What do you mean survive a freestyle rap battle? What do you think's happening? And how to stop snacking between meals. I believe it is going to be how to stop snacking between meals. Because this is trying to be like, hey, you gotta like, you know, hypnotize yourself or like trick yourself into doing it. If this is anything other than how to stop snacking between meals, I may have to open a Wiki-How article. It is how to stop snacking between meals. What is the name? What is the title of this Wiki-How article? How to stop a sneeze. How to differentiate between a real skater and a poser skater. How to resist sexual temptation. And how to love your girlfriend. This makes me very angry. If you need to go to a Wiki-How article to learn how to love someone in your life like that, you should probably be run over by a train. Now, this one's tough. Because I don't think this has anything to do with sneezing. And I don't think that this is... because this is saying no to people with braces or to people with, like, a lot of exposed gums. Have I met your girlfriend? Yeah, I've talked to your mom recently. Hey, 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 hey. How to resist sexual temptation. I mean, it might be this, and that's fucked up. It's going to be how to resist sexual temptation and how to love your girlfriend. The sexual temptation part, both of these are disgusting, frankly. She abandoned you when I was 3. Well, she picked me. Resisting sexual temptation. This could be some fucked up way of just like, hey, try to find the faults in everybody. How to love your girlfriend is also a very odd one. Where like is this showing that he doesn't... I assume it's that he doesn't like this. I think it's resist sexual temptation. If this is how to love your girlfriend, right? Showing her care. Put your feeling... Where is it? Don't compare her with your previous partners. Okay. Yeah. Why do you need Wiki-How to tell you this? Oh, this hasn't updated the image. These are all artwork from New Secret Layers, by the way. How to come down from a high. How to cosplay as SpongeBob. How to be quirky and how to be comfortable in your own skin. Fuck. Okay. So the yellow hair and the white shirt, it kind of feels like SpongeBob. I don't think this has come down from a high, because I would not recommend crying as a way to do this. Who's winning tonight? It's got to be the Ravens, Andy told. It's got to be the Ravens. It's got to be the Ravens. This has got to be how to be comfortable in your own skin. The correct... It is SpongeBob. It is... What is this? This article is currently in quality review? Then why is it here? Oh, I think this is how to be a background character in Baki the Grappler. How to deal with a lying child. How to make friends. How to succeed in a relationship with the perfect girl. And how to recognize a controlling person. I think this is how to deal with a lying child. This has to be how to deal with a lying child. Because you're not making friends with this person. I don't know what this has to do with a relationship with a perfect girl. Besides, I don't need to read this article. I'm already in that. And then how to recognize a controlling person. It could be that, actually. The problem is this character here, depicted here, could be anywhere between 8 years old and 38 years old, given the Wiki-How style guides. I'm going to say lying child. It is lying child. How to tell your crush you like him without words. How to be quirky. How to act like a villain. How to stop staring at a girl's boobs. I need to save at least 2 of these. How to tell your crush you like him without words. So this doesn't depict that, right? This depicts you saying like, no. I don't think this is quirky. I'm willing to bet this is stop staring at a girl's boobs. Or how to act like a villain. I think this is going to be how to stop staring at a woman's chest. Now, again, why do you need an article to tell you how to do that? Why do you need that? And it is. And it is. And it is. Granted, actually, you know what? That's not fair. Because this is probably something I could have used when I was like 12 or 11. But not for the reason you think. Because I used to not be able to look people in the eye. Autism. And it started getting really awkward when it's like, I can't look at you in the eye, so I look down, and then I'm talking to a woman, and I go immediately from looking them in the eye to staring down at their chest. I had to cut that shit out at least by the time I turned 14. I needed to get out of there. The context of this picture, shifting your gaze. This Wiki-How. I don't know much about Wiki-How, but this website is disgusting. What do you mean count to 10? Why do you need this? It's also, this image isn't even on here. Oh, it's not even on here. Honestly, the nice part about being someone who is socially awkward and dating men is that if I couldn't make eye contact with them, if I look down, I'm not staring at their chest. Or I could be, and look at this baby. How to be hipster yet emo. How to be a trophy wife. How to take action if a guy calls you ugly. And how to have a successful open source project. Oh, that's so fucking funny. What do you think, folks? Hipster yet emo. Open source? Yeah, I'll try it. How to take action if a guy calls you ugly? See, I mean, honestly, this is what I would have guessed, but I'm a man of the people. Consider who's calling you ugly. If he's teasing you, a friendly poke with a joke will be fine. You could just tell him to fuck off. Once again, this baby is not found. How to drink and fly. How to change from a poser goth to a real one. How to flatulate secretively, parentheses, teenagers. How to persuade a Christian to become an atheist. How to deal with a love triangle. Buy lemon? What are you talking about? I think this has gotta be I think it's gotta be a love triangle. It's gotta be a love triangle. I mean, like, maybe she's trying to think of like. Also, what do you mean love triangle? It is how to deal with a love triangle. What do you mean love triangle? This is the real world, lady. How to spit. How to put your arm around a girl. how to grow your hair super long, how to smell seductive on dates, and how to fix your digestion. I think this is smell seductive on dates because this is saying you should brush your teeth. Again, something that I can't imagine you should really need a Wiki-How article to explain this to you. But like, I guess if you're like turbo depressed and you don't brush your teeth, then yeah. Fixing digestion. Yeah, this could be drink more water to fix digestion. But that also doesn't always help. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with digestion. No, it was I should have gone with my gut, which I guess I went with my gut in one way. Punished. How to defend yourself. How to afford expensive stuff, parentheses, teens. Have a rich parent. How to be naturally funny. And how to be a punk. I'm going to say how to defend yourself. Yeah. Can I tell you, when I was younger, and Vine was popular, this was like 10 years ago, I would catch myself getting like, being like, damn, all these people live in the same, like, why do all their houses look the same? Like all these people on Vine. Then I just realized it's because so many of them were just rich kids from California or rich kids from Texas. Moz Golfer back for the 46th month. Howdy. With Yu-Gi-Oh! Finally getting an alternative format with a points list, what are the chances of Yu-Gi-Oh! Appearing on Is This Your Card again? Pretty slim. Contrary to belief, not even popular belief, just belief, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not very popular on Is This Your Card? It hasn't been particularly popular. Which is unfortunate because I've enjoyed it, but it just doesn't really hit. I don't want to listen to more Chet Baker singing because he just sounds the same on every album. How to stop a sneeze, how to dance emo, how to be better than your enemy, and how to know that a girl hates you. I'm going to say that this is probably okay. So it's either how to stop a sneeze because it's telling you to like go back and forth, but it could be dance emo because it's like you need to like shake your head, and he's got what appears to be a graphic tee and a for better or for worse haircut. I'm going to say dance emo. It is dance emo. Beg your pardon? No. Is this a Coca-Cola? No. I know what this is. This is how to use Coca-Cola to clean your vagina. Oh, it's how to fake pregnancy. Does anybody else remember this? This was like a schoolyard like rumor. Where they're like, you can use Coke to clean out your vagina. Don't do that. For the love of God, please don't do that. How to be a successful teenager. How to get a free car if you have a disability. How to win a race. And how to fake pregnancy. Well, it's fake pregnancy because it's a fake pregnancy test. Never once heard of this. It was a rumor that was getting spread around because, you know, the whole like Coca-Cola can clean out like a nail or whatever. Diabetic douching. What the fuck is going on over there? Okay, British, don't cast stones in your glass house, all right? There's literally, you have a game where you all jerk off onto a cracker and the winner eats it. What is the title of this Wiki-How article? Why does this feel like two characters from like Newgrounds Flash games are like interacting with each other? How to put your arm around a girl. How to plan a Disney vacation. How to deal with your parents' divorce, and how to stay calm around an ex. This has got to be the last one. Yeah, how to stay calm around an ex. They call it wet biscuit. Oh my god. My age is showing? I mean, I'm not exactly hiding the fact that I'm in my early 30s. How to date a girl that is taller than you. How to cope with being in love with a fictional character. Some of you need to read this. How to make out. And how to know if you are drunk. It's Soggy Biscuit is what it's called. Yeah, I think there's a regional term for it too. So I'm going to assume this is how to be in love with a fictional character. It is. How to cope with being in love with a fictional character. Sharing. Why are you... what do you mean coping? Like, you're in love with a fictional character and it's like tearing you apart that they're not real? Know you are not alone. Talk about it with your friends. Allow yourself to fantasize about your fictional love. Right? This isn't coping. This is how to turn it into a psychosis. Breaking the spell. Nice. Figure out if this love is hurting you. Yeah, they're not real. Remember that your character isn't real. Hell yeah. Real people aren't necessarily as perfect, romantic, witty, or uncomplicated as my fictional character. Yeah. Cut yourself off from the fictional character. Dealing with the loss. I can't read this. This is going to make me say things that'll get people upset. Oh my god. What is this? She kind of bad though. How to have Jehovah's Witnesses go away. How to fix your digestion. How to detect lies. And how to be unique. What is this? It's got to be... it's got to be how to be unique, right? Yeah, she's doing some weird fucked up Bulgarian split squat. I think it's got to be how to be unique, because it's saying like you got to cut off the ball and chain that is the masses doing drugs and drinking. It is so wild that you show cigarettes, wine, marijuana, and then heroin. Like like what are we talking here? How to be unique. Yeah, it's how to be unique. I'm going to say it has something to do with like cut off vices. Maybe this will not show up. Who draws these? Are these all user submissions? All right, I'll do one more. That is not anything. I'll go until I have a score of 20. How to write a comedy sketch. How to overcome an addiction. This must be broken, right? Like that should have been on how to overcome an addiction. I think it's broken. How to be less clingy and how to love. I'm going to say this is how to write a comedy sketch. How to be less clingy? Hold on. No, wait. I need to see that. How to fart quietly. How to turn on your boyfriend. How to impress a classmate. And how to not care what people think. This is, look, you can do whatever it is you want to do in your own home. But I do reserve the ability to laugh at puppy play just a little bit as a treat. I'm going to say that this is how to not care what people think. Or how to turn on your boyfriend. How to turn on your boyfriend. Teasing him to get aroused. Eating. Come on, show me the. Oh, I can't. We can't look at this. Wait. Dress up like Zorro. The fourth funniest kink? Puppy play? You're going to get me in trouble. How to succeed in a relationship with a perfect girl. How to survive a coyote attack. How to be playful. And how to know if your girlfriend wants to have sex with you. She'll tell you. She will tell you. I'm going to say how to be playful. How to succeed in a relationship with a perfect girl. What, you want to fucking mind control her? How to eat worms. How to act like Bella from how to make an upside down. Get me out of here. What do you mean? How to eat worms? Oh. 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 How to know when your cloning experiment went wrong. How to plan a Disney vacation. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay. Magic. It's not working. Okay. On to the next one. Which card costs more? This is going to show us 2 individual cards. And we can pick whichever one costs more. I'm going to go minimum price $3. Oh, minimum price gap. I'll do 50 cents. Let's get the prices starting at $3. Don't include basic lands. And we can use uncommons, rares, and mythics. Yeah. And the printing. Let's go with the cheapest printing. Swap currency. Well, that doesn't help. That's just American and not American. What about Canadian? World Championship Meekstone or Drop of Honey. I'm going to say Drop of Honey. Wow. Wouldn't you know it? Birding of Tsinyi and Virtue of Persistence. I'm going to go with Burning. Vona's Hunger and Parallax Wave. But it's a gold bordered Parallax Wave. I'm going to say Parallax Wave. I'm willing to be wrong. $11 for a card that is fake. That's hell yeah. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and Seize the Spotlight. I'm going to go with Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. Okay. That card's $10. Holy smokes. I want to play with this card in Canlander. Oh, this one's actually kind of interesting. Jin-Gataxias, Progress Tyrant, or Misty Rainforest. I'm going to go with Misty Rainforest, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually Jin-Gataxias. Okay. I mean, okay, well. Rionia, Fire Dancer, and Sarah's Sanctum. Oh boy. Pumpkin Bombs and Panoptic Mirror. Let's go with Panoptic Mirror. $34. Oh, okay. Here's an interesting one. Bottomless Pit and Tiny Bones the Pickpocket. It's got to be the Pit. But this is, I mean, this is a mythic rare from a set that not a lot of people opened. That is a commander that might even see some play in standard right now in the blue-black deck. I don't remember if they're playing this card anywhere, but Bottomless Pit is Bottomless Pit. Yeah. Okay. See, we got. This is what I'm looking for, because this is tough. Because Bottomless Pit, commander card, played in pre-modern, probably doesn't have that many printings, and then this stupid OTJ card. Battle Mage's Bracers or Curse of Vengeance. Okay, so Curse of Vengeance only has one printing. And then Battle Mage Bracers is playable, but it has multiple printings. Maybe this got a printing. I think it's Battle Mage Bracers. Ah! All right. Oh. Abhorrent Oculus and Lady Jurong, Warrior Queen. Okay. So the Ocuway is like $40 American. Lady Jurong's got to be like 50. What? What? Wait, this card's not $40 anymore? Holy. All right. Well, this card rips, by the way. Gloomlake Verge or Sauron the Dark Lord. I'm going to go with Gloomlake Verge. Okay. This is a mythic rare and a very popular commander, but I don't think it's the most popular commander. And these Verges are just good. Solitude and Teferi. It's got to be Solitude. This card is actually a lot cheaper than I expected. I thought that this card was like $50 because I have a German foil one, and I'm like, this card is so expensive, and it's not. Even the foil is like $10 or whatever. This card's like $40. Never mind, it's $20. Sphere of Resistance and Ashling the Extinguisher. So I think Ashling is only printed once and is a legendary creature from Lorwyn Shadowmoor. Sphere of Resistance is Sphere of Resistance. I think it's got to be Ashling. That was close. I think that could have gone anyway. Ooh. Prismatic Vista or Vexing Shusher. So Prismatic Vista is a very powerful Magic card. Sees modern play. Sees cube play. Commander play. A little bit of legacy play. Vexing Shusher sees commander play. And it's the kind of card that people would spend. Like, this is the kind of card that somebody, like, I don't know how to describe this without just saying stupid people. But, like, it's the type of card that, like, Carrot Cake would want to play because they're upset about getting their cards countered, you know? Like, I could see this card not having a lot of printings and then also being very expensive because people are like, well, I don't want my spells to get countered. But I'm going to go with Vista because it's just so much more flexible. Okay. Thank God. Komenu Battle Armor and Auriok Champion. I think it's got to be the champ. I hate this artwork. I don't think this card has good artwork. Because you either get, I mean, frankly, I'm partial to this one, but she's just wearing underwear, dude. And also, it's not very good, which is wild because Michael Sutphin is has some banging pieces of artwork. But then this one looks sickly, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Eric Deschamps, you know, you got some bangers, but you also got some stinkers there, pal. But I think that kind of cheats because I looked at the pricing. For what it's worth, I was going to go with this because it's a Soul Warden. And Soul Wardens are always worth money. Ooh. Sun Chi. Young Conqueror. I mean, it's Portal, right? Yeah. It's always P3K, baby. It's always P3K, baby. Oh my goodness. Well, this will be interesting. What's my favorite Sutphin art? Sensei's Divining Top. We got Displacer Kitten. And we got Bribery. So I think it's Displacer Kitten because this card is secretly like $20. Bribery used to be very expensive, but I think it's not as expensive anymore. I think it's just, you know, This is not the card that it used to be. Yeah. This is an interesting one. The Fairies Puzzle Box and All Is Dust. I think it's got to be Puzzle Box because this is a card that Commander players really like. All Is Dust is like $10. I think this might be $15. All Is Dust is $3. Okay. FOMO and Lure of Prey. So FOMO is a new card, playable in multiple formats, and is very powerful and sought after. Lure of Prey is only really played in Commander, but I believe is reserve list. So I'm going to go with Lure of Prey. Oh, it was the FOMO. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm going with cheapest version of the card. Doc, Ock, and I'm going to go with this because it's just a new card and they haven't really figured out their prices. We have Zuberi Golden Feather and Cruel Tutor. Zuberi is on the reserve list and is a Griffin commander, but it's not the Griffin commander you play, but if you play a Griffin deck, you need a Zuberi. Cruel Tutor did get reprinted. It's in the list. Is one of the worst cards of all time. I hate this Magic card. One of the worst cards of all time that I played in Canadian Highlander. I think it's got to be Zuberi. This card is $30. It's on the list. This card should not be $32, dude. Like, what are we even talking about? This card sucks. It's Imperial Seal for 2 more mana. Ooh, Savitri and Soraya. I think it's Soraya because she's on the reserve list and birds got more expensive. I'm going to scream. Fabled Passage versus Venomthrope. Fabled Passage got printed in Bloomburrow. This card's everywhere. Venomthrope is only in the Warhammer decks. I'm going to go with Venomthrope. You know, and here I was a little worried because I'm like, damn, I'm crushing this, huh? Yuna or Spreading Plague? Well, I'm going to go with Final Fantasy. I'm crashing out. This one I know, it's Choice of Damnations. It's Choice of Damnations. This card's like $20 or something. It's $12. Jeez, the Hellraiser. All right, we're back in it. Plunge into Darkness or Spellseeker? It's got to be a Spellseeker. Yup. Plunge into Darkness, $350, huh? Grand Arbiter Augustine IV versus Jace Wielder of Mysteries. They've printed so many versions of this Jace. Makes me think that it's very cheap, but it's more sought after than Augustine. I'm gonna go with Jace. This card's $10.50. Who's buying this? Sensei's Top and Eureka. It's Eureka because it's a card from Legends. That's $400. Phyrexian Tower Pest Control. This is going to be interesting. I think it's still Phyrexian Tower because this is a commander card. But Pest Control is... This card's like $20, right? Because it's a big score card that sees modern play and like fringe legacy play and stuff. But I think it's Tower. Yeah. This card used to be $20. Teleria or Gold Bordered Parallax Tide. I think it's Parallax Tide. Because Teleria is like $8. I need to buy a Teleria, but I've been putting it off because it's so bad. I think it's Parallax Tide. Yeah, $8. Yeah. Sapphire Medallion, Kami of Whispered Hopes. Because this card is like $6 or $8. Like, it's pricey. This got recently reprinted in MH3, but it's a medallion, so it's a commander card. I'm gonna, but it's blue. It's blue. It's blue. No, it's blue. No High Tide players? No way. It's Door of Destinies, right? What the fuck? Searing Touch is $3? But why is Searing? Oh, because of the stupid what's its dick. The what's his name? Gryson Starzen. Gryson Starzen. Hold on. Let's go to cardkingdom.com/Wheeler, sponsor the channel. Which, by the way, I don't know if I've showed this off, but I now have like a proper landing page, which is kind of dope. Whether you found out about Wheeler from the fantastic Canadian Highlander content on North 100, or if you've got a watch streak going through his Twitch channel, there's plenty of Benjamin Wheeler to enjoy out there. Check his favorite picks below, along with Canlander must-haves. Dogmoss Will, Ameria the Sky Ruin, Sensei's Top Ponder, Dragon Shields. Canlander must-haves. No, I want to see how much they are buying Searing Touches for. They're not buying Searing Touch. How much are they selling Searing Touch for? Buy. So they're selling it for $4, but they're not buying it. Okay, interesting. Bryson Starn? Sure. The blue, red. Anytime you do 1 damage, you do 3 damage. I'm going to go with... Wait. Didn't I pick... I thought I picked the cheapest printing. There's no way Collector's Edition Mana Barbs is the cheapest printing. That can't be true. Especially International Edition? No, that's... Something's wrong there. I'm going to go to cardkingdom.com/ Okay, maybe it is. Bralin Sky Shark Rider or Hazazon Tamar. Why, it's Hazazon Tamar. $140. Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Mulder. What? 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 Hold on, I think my cat needs food. What do you think it is, Mold Demon or Alpha status? You let me know. Hi. All right, everybody here is saying Mold Demon. I think it might be the Alpha status. Never mind, it's Mold Demon. Why is Mold Demon that much money? I mean, I know that's from Legends. Sung Hee? Jung Hei? I forget how to pronounce this guy's name. But it's the Portal 3 Kingdoms card. Starting Town and Haunted one. It's got to be Starting Town. This card is expensive and cracked. Yeah. Excuse me. Lush Portico. This is like $10. Captain Sisse. I think this card's like $15. Yep. I wish Heather Hudson went out to more events. I'd love to get more cards signed by Heather Hudson. Maybe she'd smoke a bowl with me. Bearscape or Sends Triplets. I'm going to say Bearscape. Ah! This is so fucked up. Drona and then Vowla or Apocalypse. I'm going to go with Apocalypse. Yes, sir. Strionic Resonator or Armored Sky Hunter. I'm going to go with Strionic Resonator. Yes, sir. Sea King's Blessing or the Wind Crystal. Now, Sea King's Blessing is technically a 1-mana card that can target any number of creatures you control, which might be relevant. The Wind Crystal is a new card from Final Fantasy. I'm going to go with Sea King's Blessing. You know what? Let's throw commons in here. Let's throw some commons in here. Despotic Scepter and Seagate Loremaster. It's got to be Despotic Scepter. Whoa! All right, maybe this card did go. When did this card get expensive? What? What's the web? Is it MTG Stocks? Oh. Oh, it must have been this card. So this card spiked from Avatar. What? Mulder, I'm over here. God, my cat is getting so old. No, I know Avatar has allies, but this is the only card that I've seen spike related to the allies. Like, I was making a joke about how none of the ally cards I've seen have actually spiked. That's so stupid. Magic the Gathering players are sick. Ramirez DiPietro or Conda's Banner. It's Conda's Banner. I bought a Ramirez DiPietro for $3 recently. Damn, I got a steal on that Ramirez. Okay. So Razor Claw Bear versus Dockside Extortionist. I bet there are people that don't know that this card is like $40. And I paid, I think I bought a played version for like $28 recently. Maybe a little less. I used credit. I went to cardkingdom.com/Wheeler. Dockside got banned in Commander. I think it's this bear. $38.27. That's a card I'm okay with being $1 million because, and it spiked. Yeah, it spiked with Ayula. But didn't really. What the fuck? Why did this card go up to $100? Yeah, it's never been reprinted. Ayula players want every bear, but it's so funny because you could just build Ayula without this bear, and your bear deck is probably better. That banned commander card. What? Razor Claw Bear. Bondaloo back for the 14th month as well. I didn't buy my bear for that much. Lucky. I should have bought. I was thinking about buying this bear when it was $10 and I didn't. And now I'm paying even more. I too want to buy every bear. I think it's the Verge here. Yeah, there are a bunch of bears. I gotta tell you, I have really been enjoying buying every copy of every worm that has been running around. I've been buying every worm for Baru. No, not Baru. Is it Baru? No, Baru. Baru is the not Tarmogoyf. Oh, it's the same guy. Wait, is it the same guy? Is this the same guy? No shit. I just realized, well, they don't really have a connection with each other. Oh my god, no, he makes a worm! Oh my god, I didn't realize it. Oh my god. You gotta understand, all Baru has done for me is you open a pack of Future Sight and you go to the back and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then it's not Tarmogoyf, it's this guy. Or it's Quagnoth. How do I think Verges stack up in the rankings of dual lands? I think they're pretty high. They're very good. Any puffins in Magic? I don't think so. Yeah. Anywho. Noxious Revival. Ah, no, my fight money. Oh, Transmute Artifact. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Dual land tire list when? How about a tier list instead? I don't know. I don't like doing tier list content. This is a dope pairing. Because these are two cards that there may be people in chat that have A, never heard about, or B, they are vaguely familiar with these, except they didn't realize that these cards are pricey. So this is Locust Miser and Psychotrope Thallid. I think it's the Thallid. I did actually buy a Thallid for $10 recently. Yeah. $10 Canadian. My money is not real. Locust Miser, $3. The Black Gate and Flame Fusillade. Did they change how Time Vault worked again? I'm going to say the Black Gate. Yeah. So funny. For those that don't know, they changed how Time Vault worked for a very short period of time. To the point where it had the ability of like skip your next turn, untap Time Vault. And so you play Flame Fusillade, and then skip your next turn, untap it, then tap Time Vault to ping them, and then just do that repeatedly. Paradox Engine and Capture of Zhengzhou. I'm going to say it's Capture. Yes. 6 and Windfall. I'm going to say 6. They print this card all the time. Yes. Deadly Rollick and Mold Demon. It's got to be the free spell. It's got to be the free spell. Ooh. Eugene, the Spirit Dragon, or Wonderwine Prophets. I'm going to pick a red bottom sipping purple lean. No! What? Eugene is $11? That can't be right. Pretty sure Eugene should be played in like every commander deck that has expensive cards. Like this card is so fucking good. It's like incredible. It's so good and it doesn't blow up mana rocks. Except for like the weirdo like utility ones, and even then you want to blow them up. But like the more I think about Eugene, the more I'm like, if I'm just playing a commander deck that gets to like higher mana counts, I should play this. Nuking my colored stuff in the mud, I don't play them. I just ramp until I play Eugene. I think I'm going to add him to my Ben Aki Hermit deck. Food chain. You can't get me pre-modern. Food chain. Bolt Bend and the Tortoise. Adamantoise. So bullpen's like $4, $3, $4, whatever. This is probably like 6. Okay, 450. Mystic Gate and Jin. It's got to be Jin Gataxius. Yeah, this card's a stinker. This is a dope one. See, these are the best ones. These are the ones where you're like, on one hand, this is a Goblin Lord that will show up in basically every Goblin Commander deck. And because of that, I imagine there are additional printings of this card. And there are so many more cards from M19 than there are cards from Darksteel in the world. But Retract has probably never been reprinted, maybe once. Is the kind of card that only sickos want to play with. And was briefly a top tier deck in Modern. By top tier, I mean it was a thing you could do. I think it's Retract. This is so messed up. Never count the casual players out. Neverwinter Hydra. I really like this card. One of my favorite arts in the game. Unironically, like a top 25 art for me. It's gives off the Progenitus vibe, obviously, but like I just love the cards that depict gigantic dorks. And I'm like an observer from like kilometers away, and I still don't feel safe. You know, I talked about it with Plated Slagworm, but this art rules, and this card is just so cool. Like this feels like a game. This feels like a Magic card I would dream about, and then be like, "There's no way they could print that," and then it got printed into paper. Just like the double X, you roll XD6s, you get all the counters. It has Ward 4 and Trample. Its name, Neverwinter Hydra, just sounds so dope. I don't even know what these words mean. So I'm going to go with Exhume. Fuck. Kylie Minogue and Monument to Endurance. I'm going to go with Monument. It's played in Standard, Pioneer, niche play in Modern, and cease play in Commander. But this is Kylie Minogue. I don't know. There's just so much Doctor Who was printed and opened and not played. When did this card, Mulder, I'm just pulling out a little stuck piece of fur there. When did this card go up? What? This card was like 25 cents recently. Raucous Theater. This card's like $10. Sword of Cauldra. Because of food? Yeah, but that doesn't... I mean, that's just describing what the card does. Like... Food is always a thing. They keep printing food. I'm going to go with Cauldra. I had a Cauldra deck when I was younger. Ragost? Yeah, but they print food commanders all the time. I don't know if people are like... I don't know if Edge of Eternity's cards are spiking anything. You know what I mean? Cabbage Man spoiler? I don't know what that is. Ramsey's Overdark. Yeah. I still need this Captain America card. I don't own it. You want some fun Wheeler trivia? Back in the day when we were trying to play Pauper Lander, which was just Canlander with all commons, I built Storm because, of course, I built Storm, and it was like incredibly reliant on using Sage's knowledge. As funny as that sounds, like this was a card that I sought out to play in like I didn't own a copy and I purchased a copy to play this card. Yeah, this card is so expensive. Ooh, I love this Magic card. I love it in Canlander. I kind of liked it in Cube. I'm a little upset they took it away, but I get why. Chivalric Alliance. I got signed in my eye. My least favorite thing. And Urtai Wizard Adept. I'm gonna go with Urtai. Yeah, the reserve list cards are really getting me. My thing was that's reserve list and a legendary creature. Jacques Lever and Jovial Evil. I'm going to go with Jacques Lever. You got to be fucking kidding me. Tabarnak, what do you mean it is not Jacques Lever? Oh wait, they're reprinting them in a Marvel set. Lolth. Oh, the Silex. Ah, ooh, ooh. I'm gonna go with Corrosive Mentor because we got a couple of reprints of Savage Beating. No, Minamo, 100%. Yeah, this card. Minamo is so expensive. I'll do 10 more and then I'll swap to a different game. Arcfiend of Despair or a Tree Folk. It's got to be the Arcfiend. Yeah, this card was always expensive. Originally in Battle Bond. Oh my god. Why is Molten Psyche worth... Well, hold on. In like a Nekasar deck, this just kills people. There's no way Root Maze has got to be pricey, right? What kind of sickos are playing Root Maze in Commander? Oh my fucking god. Is this the expensive one? This one might be pricey. I'm gonna go with the dinosaur. Do I own this card? Let me see if I own this card. This might be one of the ones I don't own. And if so, that's a little upsetting. I'll pop that right there. I'm Alder. What was this card called again? Ravenous Tyrannosaurus. Okay, great. I own this Magic card. Good news, everybody. Lady Evangela, 100%. We already had this. Show and Tell and Mandate of Abaddon. It's got to be Show and Tell, right? How do I keep track of my collection? Mox Field and a spreadsheet of what I don't own. Got my entire collection in Mox Field. All 25,253 cards. Jesus Christ. Bob Nicholas or Spellbinder? I'm going to say Bob. Oh, yes, he's the best. Mnemonic Betrayal and Pyretic Ritual. This card was kind of popular in CDH, right? I don't imagine that's still the case. I'm gonna go with Pyretic Ritual. Oh my god. I like that Swan Song art. I'm gonna go with Jetmir's Garden. I entered all 25,000 of those cards manually. Pale Bears or Blood Chief Ascension. We have another bear card. Blood Chief Ascension. I'm gonna go with this got reprinted. I'm gonna go with Pale Bears. Fuck. You want to know some cool Pale Bears trivia? They were trying to name this card, and they wanted to name it Polar Bears, but then they didn't know if there were poles, like magnetic poles, in Dominaria, and so they went with pale instead to describe, that they're bears that are paler. But in the same set, they have Polar Kraken, and I'm pretty sure there's another card. It's just, it's one of those things that you hear in like what was it? It was in like an Inquest article or something. It's just so funny. I'm gonna go with Beastmaster Ascension for this one. Oh, that's not correct. That's not how much money that card costs. Valgut, this card's like $50. And by 50, I mean 15. Clint Eatswood or Yavimaya. I'm gonna go with Big Clint over here. Nope. Guide of Souls or Cloud? It's gotta be Cloud. Yeah. Alright, I got 3 more. Cranking It or Commander Greven Ilvek? It's gotta be the Crank. Alright, 2 more. Trinisphere and Greyboard Muse, my beloved. Angel, I still think we should do this couples cosplay. I'll even offer you the opportunity to be the big galoot, and then I can be the Muse. But I think this would be a very good couples cosplay. I think it's 3-ball though. Yeah, it's 3-ball. And then the final card sends triplets. No, I okay. And then the final card. Oh, Jeweled Lotus. All right, yeah, it's Jeweled Lotus. Card's still $30. That's funny. Imperial FPS, welcome back for the 7th month. Glad to have you. Good to see you. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. And apologies, S Chaos Agent. It looks like I missed you for the 31 months. Thank you so much for the support. Glad to have you. Good to see you as well. Okay, so I got some stuff on Dr. Chillbrain's site here. I think these are the 2 that I haven't done. The 2 puzzles. I don't know. Do you remember Dr. Chillbrain? Did I do these other puzzles? Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Reconcraft Theta? So Magic Connection. So I have to pick 5 of these or 4 of these that share a that shares some kind of quality, right? This is tough. Oh, the Scryfall link gives the cards. Okay. So where did it go? So we have, this is the list of cards. Attentive Skywarden. This is a Phyrexian core that transforms tokens. Blind Zealot, which is Phyrexian. Sacks itself, has Intimidate. Cryptex collects evidence and uses a weird counter. Defiler of Instinct is Phyrexian. Immerwolf has the word transform on it. So this says transform, this says transform. This says gain control of an equipment, then makes a Phyrexian germ. Haunted Cadaver is a morph creature that sacrifices itself when it damages them. So that lines up with Blind Zealot. So Blind Zealot, Haunted Cadaver, sack when they hit. Same as Riptide in Trancer. So Tempered Sliver, Riptide and Trancer, Haunted Cadaver, and Blind Zealot. They all deal combat damage. When they deal combat damage, no, the Sliver says they get it. So Skywarden, Blind Zealot, Haunted Cadaver, Riptide, and Trancer. Because this is whenever it attacks. Riptide. What does Print Lifter Ooze do? Creatures turn face up. Haunted Cadaver. Attentive Skywarden. Oh, but Mortal Obstinacy also gives the creature that. But maybe that's a red herring. Blind Zealot. What? What? Entrancer, Cadaver. Did I do it? I did Entrancer, Cadaver, Skywarden, Zealot. Okay, so that's not the grouping. Turn face up. This makes an alien token. This makes a 0/0. This makes a 0/0. This makes a 0/0. And this makes a 0/0. So Print Lifter Ooze. Theta, Crafter, Saga. Where'd you go? Grip and Print Lifter Ooze. They all make 0/0s. Okay. Okay. Surakar Marauder. It'd be very funny if the Defiler of Instinct was on here as a like, they don't make Kavus anymore. Whenever it deals combat damage. Transform. Immerwolf, Hunted Cadaver, Willbender. These don't say transform. Turned face up. These all have the words turned face up on them somewhere. Horror and fear. Fear isn't printed on cards anymore. Neither is intimidate. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Blind Zealot, Surakar Marauder, Immerwolf. What was the other one? Neolith. What? But they don't print these cards anymore. But you don't make friends with salad. Deals combat damage. Deals combat damage. So this could be the Hunted Cadaver, Blind Zealot. Hold on. Skywarden, Defiler. Willbender. When it deals combat damage, you sacrifice this. You deals combat damage, you sacrifice it. Deals combat damage, you sacrifice it. Deals combat damage, you sacrifice it. So Cadaver, Blind Zealot, Riptide Enchanter, Mortal Obstinacy. Sacrifice on a Saboteur trigger ability. What? Saboteur? Okay. What do you do? Phyrexian. Intimidate? What does Willbender have to do with any of this? These are single, one-word card names. And then what are these? Creature types are all Magic Original. Oh, because the Core, the Kavu, the Surakar, and the Sliver. Okay. 2 incorrect, but not bad. Fun. Partying. Oh, God. Okay, we have Arno Dorian, a death-touching assassin that has disguise. Oh, disguise. Fuck, Deb Thomas. No, not Deb Thomas. We got Deb Thomas, Cat Collector, Emiel the Blessed, Hunted Troll, Hunted Nightmare, Hunted Bone Brute. Nessian Boar. Hunted. Mind Leecher, Bumbleflower. The Swarm Lord. Deb Thomas, Arno Dorian, Renoa Hartilly, and Sarkin Vol. They're all just kind of names. Where's Deb Thomas? Yeah, first name, last name. Draws a card. Whenever you attack, target attacking equipped creature gains menace. Okay. Whenever you mutate. Opponent gets tokens. Opponent gets tokens. Opponent gets something. Opponent gets something? Wait, they draw a card. They draw a card. They get tokens. They get tokens. Target opponent, target opponent, target opponent, target opponent. They all target opponents. What? She's a warlock? Skeleton beast, centaur citizen. Boar? Unicorn? This is tough. Emule, Bumbleflower, Swarmlord, and Karn are all legendary creatures. What the hell is this Mind Leecher? Nightmare, nightmare. Nightmare, nightmare. Vigilance. Why does it feel like some of these cards are going to be like, this is the first time we have this. Oh, they're citizens, right? Citizen, 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 citizen. Citizen, 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 citizen. The city of Townsville. So that leaves us with Swarmlord, Mind Leecher, Nessian Boar, Karn, Hunted Troll, Hunted Nightmare, Hunted Bone Brute, Emule the Blessed. Oh, Emule the Blessed. Karn the Betrayer. Nessian the Boar. Fuck. Exile another target creature you control. That says exile. That says exile. This says they can. This is an opponent's choice. An opponent's choice. Single creature type, single creature type, single creature type, single creature type. Emule, Nessian Boar, Hunted Nightmare, and Mind Leecher. One away. This comes into play with counters. This is opponent's library. Kind of stuck on this last one. All creatures block this. When you lose control of card, draw 2 cards. An opponent's choice. Attacks or blocks. Attacks or blocks. Target opponent, target opponent, target opponent. This says each opponent. An opponent? Is this a full oracle? An opponent's choice. We're doing a puzzle here. The intended difficulty goes yellow, green, blue, purple. Connections with magic cards is a lot more difficult than connections. Even though connections sometimes throws you some bullshit. At least the information you have on with connections is like more condensed. There's so many aspects of any individual magic card that you can tap into. Oh, is the boar because they all reference hunters? Theros Beyond Death. Ravnica, City of Guilds. Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. Warhammer, 40,000. Shit. It could be... Oh my... Because this Emiel, Hunted Nightmare, Hunted Bone Brute, and Nessian Boar are all charging the same way. What? But they're all charging in the same way. I mean, I guess so is the Swarm Lord. Oh, mouth open, mouth open, mouth open, mouth open. Boar, Bone Brute, Nightmare, Mind Leecher. Oh fuck! They all have their mouths open. I'm losing my fucking mind here. I mean, Emiel, Hunted Night. Have I already done the single creature type? Emiel, Nessian Boar, Hunted Nightmare, Swarmlord. One away. Is it this? One away. So what is the Emiel, Nessian Boar, Hunted Nightmare? Emiel, Nessian Boar, Hunted Nightmare. And it wasn't Bone Brute. Is it these four in Swarmlord? Did I just do that? The Karn? I'm fucking losing my mind now. It's these three. Draws a card, they put a counter, draws a card. Is it just draws a card? This thing does draw a card. Draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. Nothing else draws a card. Cast this from the command zone. Rapid regeneration. I think I have it, but I can't figure out the last connection. All right, I'm curious to hear what people might think that they have it, because I can't figure this out. Karn, Boar, Bone Brute, Troll. Oh, because it's a 6/4, 6/2, and 8/4, a 10/6, and the 5/1. What? 4 more power than toughness. Ah. Fuck. Yeah, I think I was Oh, I didn't. I looked at the artists. I swear to God, I looked at the artists. You know what? I swear to God, I looked at the artists and I saw 3 of them, and I was like, "Oh, clever." Didn't realize this with the fucking swarm ward. Oh, all right. Good beats. Good beats. Okay. Evangelize, cancel, Sprite Noble. Oh, this is all time spiral. Stormcloud Jin, Teferi Mage's Zalfir, Assassinate, Tendrils of Corruption, Boggarden Hellkite, Dirkwood Tracker, Viashino Blade Scout, Coal Stoker, Undying Rage, Scrib Ranger, Thelanite Hermit, Thrill of the Hunt, and Drawlnew Lich Lord. Oh, fuck. Okay. Excuse me. This calls out. Okay. This calls out a card from the dark, from the dark, from the dark, from the dark. Coal Stoker, Dirkwood Tracker, Stormcloud Jin, Evangelize. Woo! Okay. There are 4 cards with Flash, Teferi, Hellkite, Blade Scout, Scrib Ranger. Brother, come on. No! Hmm. Hmm. This one's tough. Fendros. There's so much flavor text on these cards. Remember when they put flavor text on Magic cards? Drawlnew. Drawlnew's from Plane Shift era. Like Zalfir, Boggarden, Hellkite, Viashino Blade Scout. Wait, Thelanite? Thelanite. This is so fucking tough. I got the blue one, but that's only because of autism. Now the other ones are a little tough to crack. Thelanite. That's a Fallen Empires reference. Viashino Blade Scout. Sprite Noble, Blade Scout, Hellkite, and Cancel all have double pips. Okay. Bogarden, Hellkite. Cancel, Tendrils. Oh, I mean, some of these were in Draw New. Draw New, cancel this, Tendrils. This was in a deck. Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Please don't take anything I'm saying seriously. They were all played. Are you kidding me? They were all played in Draw New, Control, and Block. And that's not enough? Okay. So this gives a card. There are some cards here that add qualities to other cards. Like your Saprolings get bigger. Your Undying Rage. Okay. So Sprite Noble, Thrill of the Hunt, Undying Rage, and Thelonite Hermit. They all buff stuff. Motherfucker. You... Assassinate didn't really see play. Okay, gets, get. You kidding me? I mean, cancel, assassinate. This is a callback to Corrupt. This is a callback to Royal Assassin. They're all callbacks. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Scrib Ranger. Tendrils of Corruption. Assassinate. And Undying Rage. This one is so tough because there are so many threads that connect each other. I mean... I got the dark one. That's a W. One. Thrill of the Hunt. Mage of Zalfir. Tendrils of Corruption. Only two of them have a single name. You figured out one and it's dumb. Shit. I mean, there are 4 flash creatures. Did I do that one already? I feel like I did Hellkite, Biashino, Scrib, and Teferi. Yeah. The fact that that's not one, I'm going to cancel your ass. Drawl new, thrill the hunt. You have an idea for one you don't think it's dumb? I'll take it. I imagine there's one that is artists. No, none of these are all artists that, yeah, you could say it. It's fine. At this point, it's fine. Like, there aren't enough artists that were all in alpha. Yeah, you can just let it rip. Unfortunately, there's only 2 Randys here. References to places on Dominaria. See, I thought that was one. Like Zalfir, Hellkite, Viashino, Thelonite. I don't think Thelonite is actually one of them. Like I had that in my head and I was like, no, this doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Removal spells? Dual wielding art. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, that's some sicko shit right there. I swear to god. I swear to god. Dirkwood a place, but we already got Dirkwood Tracker. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. I didn't even... Wait a minute. This isn't dual wielding though. That's a single article, right? Like everything else, they have 2 weapons. The Thelonite Hermit is holding a single... Isn't that a single, like what's the Mezzaluna kind of? I mean, I guess the like straps maybe suggest otherwise, but it looks connected. Dirkwood Tracker's wielding 2 trees. Okay. Now we have these. And it's not flash. I mean, this says flashback. Flash. The fairy's not in here. Flash. Or is it just flyers? Oh my god, if it's just flyers. Flying. No. What a way. This is so uncalled for. Is it not this? Is it Blade Scout Tendrils Assassinate Cancel because they all have their mouths open? You brute force these and they're all fucked. One is unfair, the other is just trivia. Well, I got 2 of the hardest ones. Empty hand? This has empty hands. This has empty hands. This has empty hands. Dralnu doesn't have empty hands. Bogardan Hellkite has empty hands. Empty, empty. I guess technically tendrils and... Is it just these because you can play it at an instant speed? You could play this at instant speed. Is it flying, flying, flying flash? All right, this is... I can't figure it out. Howdy, Wheeler. I want to congratulate you on my new position at Konami, creating new formats. Yes, thank you, Aporia. I'm glad that so many people have come in and been like, dog, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Highlander now. I mean, maybe I'll give it a shot at some point in time. I'd not on Is This Your Card, but I'll consider playing it. It sounds fun. Flavor text, flavor text. How easy? Just tell me so I can keep going. We only have so much time left. We are losing viewers. Probably because I can't figure it out. Errata? 4 of them were printed in the same set? Oh, like 4 of them are in Time Spiral Remastered? I think that would be Corruption, Dralnu, this Scribranger? No? Oh, they're in... Some of them are in M10. Oh, Hellkite, Tendrils, Assassinate. Right. Yeah, they're in M10. Okay, Sprite Noble, Dralnu. This one is defensible. Whatever this one is. Received creature type errata. Right, this is no longer a zombie lord. This is a lizard now. A fairy noble. And this is a fairy ranger. This can kiss my whole ass. Like, all right, keep it going. This can kiss my whole ass. What do you mean, ranger? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay. Johnny Fells the Godsire, Arclight Phoenix, Battle at the Hell Vault, Beacon of Unrest, Curse of Clinging Webs, Boon of the Wishgiver, Braid's Frightful Return, Body Launderer, Flare of the Hatebound, Fraying Sanity, Hound of Gristlebrand, Incriminating Impetus, Apprentice's Folly, Ral in the Implicit Maze, Necromancer's Mage Mark, and Miri Weatherlight Duelist. While 4 of these sagas reference legendary creatures, Apprentice's Folly, where'd you go? Well, they all kind of do, but these 3 have like their names. Nope. Hmm. Oh. Excuse me. Non-token. 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 Curse, Launderer, Braids, and Apprentice's Folly all say non-token. Launderer, Curse, Braids, Folly. Rules text contains the word non-token. Okay. So that now leaves Boon, Mage Mark, Beacon, Incriminating Impetus. Boon of the Wishgiver. Player of the Hatebound. This comes back from the graveyard. 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 Beacon. Wait. I think some of these also do that, right? So this comes back from the graveyard itself. So does this. So does this. None of these other cards do. But they put themselves in a place that isn't the graveyard? Nope. Hell Vault, Implicit Maze. I mean, these four are sagas. Godsire, Wishgiver. Godsire and Wishgiver both reference legendary creatures. Hell Vault references a legendary permanent as well. So does Ral. So it could be Boon, Ral, Hell Vault, Godsire. Nope. Avacyn. Mage Mark. The Wishgiver. Because this card is called the Wishgiver, right? Godsire, Wishgiver, Hell Vault, Gristlebrand. Gristlebrand, Hell Vault. Weatherlight, Godsire. Yeah. Okay. Whew. So now we have Fraying Sanity, Boon of the Wishgiver, Necromancer's Mage Mark, Arclight Phoenix, Flayer of the Hatebound, Beacon of Rust, I mean, some of these return themselves from the graveyard. Incriminating impetus. I mean, they can like target your opponent's cards. That doesn't like fraying sanity, you enchant them. Incriminating impetus. Hello, Jundinator. Yes, I am going to be at MagicCon Atlanta. Arclight Phoenix, Mage Mark. I gotta finish this because my I gotta drop off Mulder. Oh boy. Beacon. Did I already do this? Oh, hold on. This is Ravnica, this is Ravnica, this is Ravnica, this is Ravnica. And then this. Printed in Universes Beyond Commander deck. That's unfair. All right, I have to call it there. A little earlier than I wanted to, but I gotta prep my cat to not be here, which is unfortunate. But I guess that's a side effect of this. Maybe I'll do more. I know if Angel, you're watching, I know I said that I wasn't going to stream, but maybe I'll stream to do some more of these because I will have time between Atlanta and whatnot to do some stuff. And I need to stream as much as possible because I'm not gonna be doing anything. Yay! So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Reminder that all these get uploaded on YouTube. There's a free Discord you can join. Just a heads up, I'm going to be on Jackbox Party Pack this evening for Crossing the Streams over at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, there's something else. Oh, computer stop. You can give me money here. There's also a new Shima We Love Magic, but don't follow this link. I mean, just Google Shima We Love Magic. Let me drop you kids off somewhere. So I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I might end up streaming on Wednesday. I have to see what Angel's doing, and what the plans are and how bored I get. Let me drop you off at Send Codes. Adam and James are playing a video game, and people usually like it when that happens. The game's called Hell Clock. That sounds about right. Go watch Hell Clock. I will see y'all, if not tomorrow, on Wednesday. Okay, bye. Or in Atlanta. Bye.